Hi, it's Juliana. I am going to do a very quick tutorial on how to program your Healy. We have the amazing opportunity with the Healy to program all kinds of frequencies, supplements, essential oils, sounds, crystals, and combinations thereof. Many things, affirmations, etc. And so I'm going to demonstrate how to do that in a very quick and easy manner. Once you learn this process and repeat it a few times, you'll have it down very simply and easily. Okay, so first thing, of course, you want to connect your Healy. Make sure that it is Bluetoothed to your device. In this case, I've got it on my phone so that I can show you by way of demonstration, as well as then be recording this at the same time. So after you've connected your Healy, go ahead and go to clients and add a new client. And in this case, we can make it an organization, we can make it a group, we can make it other, and I'd recommend you make it other. And then when you go into other, just put the name. So what I did was put a sample client. I put the A on the front so that it pops up at the top of my list. You can do it any way that you want. And once you've created that, so I have a sample client on the top of my list, I'm going to go into that sample client. And what I did was put a picture of the Healy itself in the photo area. That part is really kind of optional. You can do whatever you want within that, because you're not really recording a vibration here. You'll record it somewhere else. So after, after you put that together, I have January 4th as the date of creation, because it's the first day that I started those. And then you're going to go to save and analyze. So from here, you're going to click on the aura scan and then record the aura. So when this pops up, you're going to hit the analysis key and you'll see that there's 3 options selected. Just take that down to 1 and go ahead and let it do its analysis. And we'll wait a second for that analysis to come up. And you'll see that it brought up some things. Now, we aren't looking for these particular things. We're going to program our own. So there's an X right in the bottom corner. If you click the X, it'll ask you yes or no. You X and yes. And then it will delete that item. So you'll have 3 up there. You delete them until you have a blank screen. From here, you're going to press actions and you'll see it says add manually. Okay, and so you have all these options here. We're really only going to pay attention to 2 boxes. The first box is at the top. So in the case of where I'm recording, and I'll demonstrate an essential oil, as I recorded an essential oil, then I put in Clarity Essential Oil Blend. Okay. And then I will scroll down to the bottom and it says add symbol at the bottom. See, with a little asterisk there. And so we will go in and we will add the image. So what I'll do is I'll place the essential oil right in front of my thing and I will zoom in on the bottle and I will take a picture of the bottle. Okay, so now I have a picture of the bottle here. I'm going to go ahead and use that photo. And then record the vibration is the next option we've got. So we'll click record vibration. Now, I have the Healy here. What I'm basically going to do is I'm going to place the essential oil on top of the Healy. So it's going to be hard to see in the recording, but basically this is what it looks like sitting on my table. So I'm going to place that right on there. And then you'll see a pop-up box come up and I'm going to go ahead and record. So it's recording that frequency now. Okay, now we scroll down and that's all we need is those 2 items. And we click the X box in the top right-hand corner to close it out. You don't change any other settings. To do something like an essential oil, you're not going to change any settings. Click your check box and that one is created. Now, if you you can then vibrate that frequency. And that's a general vibration of the frequency, and you can pull that up for your client or yourself and vibrate that frequency via the broadcast capability. Now, if you go back to the home screen and go to lists, By the way, that's as difficult as that is. It's not hard to do at all. So if you go to lists, I made a number of these frequencies, and I want to show one in particular for you. So the other thing I forgot to show you to do is you'll see the one that we did, it pops right up at the top and it doesn't have a name attached to it. So I will swipe over so that new boxes pop up and one of those says rename. So when the box pops up, I will type in Clarity EO Blend in that box, and then I'll click the pink button, and now you can see it says Clarity EO Blend. If you do one wrong or you want to change your mind, you can go ahead and delete it, no big deal. Then what you can do is, if you'll see, I made one uterine fibroids down here a little bit lower. It has a lot of different things in there. So you'll see that in my listing, I have a number of different things in there. So what I did was I started with uterine fibroid as my first frequency, with the first item being this one, a supplement that I use for uterine fibroids. So then once you've got it established the first time, like if I were to go into the Clarity Essential Oil one, you'll see you have another option to add manually. So now what I can do is I can add another item. So if you want to create a protocol specifically for yourself or a client, then you can do that by continuing to add items to those specifics. So if I were to take another item, I've got this tincture here, this essence, and I'm going to go ahead and create that essence under the A sample client. And aura analysis, record the aura. So here it's doing it again. I will hit to go forward. One of the things, a little trick that I did is, in the case of uterine fibroids, it tends to be in the sacral chakra. So this was my own thing. It's not required, but I chose sacral chakra as my one check mark. That is an intention. It's not necessary. That is just something I did by intention. This particular one, I think is more beneficial in the heart chakra area. So I'm actually going to choose heart chakra. But again, this isn't required. If you're not sure, don't worry about it. It's not required. So now I'm going to delete out what came up. Okay. Just going to delete those right out until I have a blank screen. I'm going to add manually. So I'm going to type in, this is fuchsia foxglove. Whoops. Thank you, autocorrect. All right, I'm going to scroll down to the bottom. I'm going to add a symbol. I will add the picture. So I'm going to go ahead and take this photograph of the fuchsia foxglove. And then I am going to place it on my Healy. So again, we're placing it on the front of the Healy. If it won't stay on there, turn your thing sideways. Just mess with it a little bit. It'll get up there. No big deal. It'll work. And I'm recording the vibration for fuchsia foxglove. Now, if I wanted to add something to this, like I wanted to add a Bach flower remedy, then I will add the Bach flower remedy. One of the things I did is my son is prone to sneezing. And so I created Alex's sneezing protocol and the supplements and oils that he would use in combination to keep the sneezing at bay. I then just programmed those right in there, along with some other things. I decided to add an affirmation to that. So I'll talk on affirmations here in a minute. I've got the fuchsia foxglove in there. I'm going to X out of that, check it, and we're good. Now, you will see that this is popped up here after I get done, and I can add something else manually. So you can start with one and then add another, and then add another, and add another. Just by way of reminder, I'm going to go back to the home screen. I'm going to go to the list, and you'll see under A sample client, I have one that just has today's date and time next to it. So I'm going to swipe and rename. Okay. And so you delete out what was in there, and I will do fuchsia foxglove, save it, and now I got fuchsia foxglove. Now you might ask, is this something that you can do directly with a client? Yes, you can broadcast to them directly with a client. I will show you, like I added some things that I would like to have in my Healy, but I don't. I would like to have access to, but I don't want to carry with me, like arnica, one of my favorites. And then I added some sound therapy. So I have some CDs, and who has CD players very often anymore? So I have these CDs that are great. I love them, and I want the frequency of what's in the CD to be in here to play with people. So I have a CD in there called Brainwave Massage. And so I can run that when I'm, working with someone, or if I'm just having a day like I am today, then you can run those kinds of things, because that's a stress relief thing. What else did I do? Some other sound therapy. So there are websites you can go to gather Rife Frequencies and sound therapies and all kinds of things that you can plug in there. Now, here's a few things that I plugged in there on my own. I did some affirmations. So these affirmations are, beliefs that I'd like to reprogram back into my frequency field. So I recorded those affirmations, and in this case, I typed them in so that the frequency, or Healy, transfers that to frequency, and then I can broadcast that into my field. And then I also wanted, because part of what I do is hormone balance, and so being aligned with the full moon is important in hormone balance. And so I did one that is full moon alignment. And then if you were to go into, see the little pencil, and if you need to modify it, the pencil, scroll up. I'm just going to modify this last, I'm not even going to modify it. I'm just going to pop into it. And all I did was put a picture of the full moon in there, because that holds the frequency of the full moon. Okay. So there you go. If you have something specific you want to do for an individual or a situation, or something you're working on by way of emotions or belief systems or anything along those lines, you can program that into your healing. Boy, I think that's it. Let me just double check my notes. Yep. I think pretty much anything that you can say, sing, hear, or take in, you can put into your healing. Put that frequency in. A caution on food. I think if you want to put a food frequency in there, make sure you get the highest quality version you can. And if you want to do something along those lines, you might message me. But yeah. So there you go. That's as easy as it can be to program your healing. And it's pretty exciting, isn't it? So hope that is helpful. Hope that helps you to further take advantage of utilizing your healing. All right, y'all. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.